I just got off the phone with a very successful attorney and dentist team, husband and wife team, that has built an absolutely amazing business. They were greatly unsettled in 2020 when the market completely crashed as a result of the world shutting down from the COVID-19 pandemic. She decided that, look, I don't like this volatility. I don't like not being in control or understanding what exactly is happening with my money in the stock market. And she decided that she wanted to start investing passively in real estate. This led her down the pathway to joining Facebook groups that are involved with passive investing. And she stumbled across our fantastic Facebook group called Financial Freedom for Dentists. She joined the group, she joined several other Facebook groups that are involved with the passive investing space, and she started to learn about different opportunities. Now all of a sudden she's presented with opportunities and she's like, well, how do I know which one is a good one and which one isn't? And how do you go about choosing the right investment? This is not a little bit of money. This is $50,000, $100,000, $250,000, in some cases $500,000. So it goes to say, how do we know that it's a good investment? That's what we're gonna break down in this video. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I explained to her, and hopefully it helps you to make some wise and prudent investment decisions on your passive investments. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Jonny Walker, aka Dr. Jonny Withananchi. On this channel, we teach dentists and successful business owners how to create abundant wealth through passive investment in real estate. Investing in real estate has allowed me to take a giant step back from my clinical practice from 45 to 50 hours a week to a very ideal for myself 20 hours a week. It allows me to spend enormous amounts of time with my children and my wife and my family. We travel all the time. We just came back from Cabo San Lucas, where I was fortunate to go for a retreat of a mastermind group for really high-level real estate entrepreneurs. And it has also given me the ability to pursue things that I'm passionate about, pursue things that bring me joy in my life outside of finances. When someone is able to pursue their true purpose in life or pursue excellence in something that they're interested in, we all have hobbies, we all have interests, we all have dreams outside of our dental practice. And oftentimes, if we get stuck working, seeing 20 patients a day, getting home at 7 p.m. every day, completely burnt out, energy's gone, you're just wiped out. You don't have time to think about, focus on other initiatives. And then you got to spend a little time with your family, maybe with your wife, watch some TV, go to bed, late dinner, and then you do it over again. The more successful your practice becomes, the busier you become. Sure, you start earning more, but you get consumed by the business. Life all of a sudden isn't as great. Right? From the outside looking in, hey, we make an incredible income. And who are we to complain? I mean, we should have gratitude for being in this position. And we're doing everything we can to serve the people of our communities. But there comes a time that you have to take care of yourself also. I've had feelings of burnout. I've gotten to the point that my wrist is so sore from doing such a high volume of endodontics. Lower back is stiff when you wake up in the morning. Gotta make sure I stretch. You know, I'm gonna make sure I do this and do that. These feelings of mental fatigue, burnout, physical burnout are a result of working too much. And financial freedom is when you can create income that can come in without you depending on your dependents to work in your business or profession. That has allowed me to focus wholeheartedly on things I am very passionate about, which is real estate, right? My career mission is to help 1,000 people achieve financial freedom through passive investment in real estate. These are things that drive me. I love to do this type. I love just creating this YouTube channel. And what I love most about it is the feedback that I get. It's making differences for people. Creating value, serving others is what my whole mantra is, what the entire mantra of Walk of Wealth, the company, as well as the media. All right, let's get started. Now, the story began with the successful attorney and the husband dentist, who's a very successful dentist. They have an incredible business model where they serve the needs of patients that have had traumatic injuries to their mouth through personal injury cases. The attorney handles the legal aspect of it, and the dentist provides this high level of dental services. And as a result of this incredible business model, they have become very successful, very wealthy. But to this point, she has not invested in anything really much more than the stock market. And she's made this decision that she wants to start investing passively in real estate. Now, all of a sudden, she's exposed to all kinds of real estate opportunities because she's a smart and savvy individual. She's put herself in circles where she has now the ability to see access to different opportunities and offerings. But now, how do you determine if it's a good deal or not? Are the people running this deal credible or not? There's a lot of questions, and if you try to Google these people's website, these companies that are offering these real estate opportunities, you're gonna find exactly what they want you to see. Their website and good reviews and all of that. So how do you really do due diligence into these people? Are they running a Ponzi scheme? Again, we're investing large sums of money. Her concern was a good one. She's a very intelligent attorney, an incredible businesswoman. And her concerns, it's something I hear all the time through the nature of our investment business, right? We talk to doctors all the time, and these are similar things. How do I get started? How do I know these are good investments? I realized that there was this gap. A lot of doctors know that real estate is the most predictable path to building wealth. But the gap lies in how do we do the active side of passive investing? You have the right to choose what kind of real estate you invest in. Is it mobile home parks? Is it apartment buildings? Is it self-storage? Is it short-term rentals? Is it industrial? Is it office? You have the right to choose who you partner with. Which groups, individuals, companies are you partnering with to go and actually execute the investment thesis? And then you have the right to choose which geographic location you invest in. Are you investing in the Northeast, the Southwest? Are you investing solely in Grand Rapids? Are you investing in Texas? Are you investing in Florida? So all of these things all require some level of due diligence. You need to do due diligence at the operator level. Who are the principals? Who are the people that are actually running the deal? This is the most important part of any passive deal. As a passive investor, we are extricating ourselves from doing the day-to-day. So who is going to be actually doing it? Have they done it before? How many times have they done it before? How many exits have they given to their investors? How many references of previous investors can they provide? How many times have they invested in this particular asset class in this particular neighborhood or market? The next part of it is the market. I would say 25% of the level of importance in your decision making on whether you invest in a passive investment or not comes down to the market, right? The place, like the city, the neighborhood within the city that this place is located. That due diligence can be done with a lot of the stuff that's found online. There's a lot of free resources, demographic reports of the country, of states, and you can get down even to the county. There's paid websites where you can get even more economic data for any given market in any MSA in the United States. So that part is doable. The other 25% of the decision is the actual investment itself. You notice I don't put outsized weight to the asset. The who is more important than the what. Always remember that. Who is running this deal? Because a good operator can make a bad deal still work. And a bad operator can take a good deal and make a good deal go. So assets, we can underwrite. If we have access to the financials, we can underwrite through financial models that are free online these days and underwrite and see it for ourselves and figure out the calculations. So that part is doable. But now going back to the most important part, the key part, getting sponsors. There's no easy answer for that. There's no easy way to do it, and it's the most vital part of it. You can do due diligence checklists. We have a due diligence checklist for free download on our website. It's in the description below. Go onto the website under resources, you can download it. Questions, frameworks of stuff that you can ask. But the truth is, if you're a passive investor and you have 50 grand or 100 grand and you're talking to these large operators that do tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars of transactions, you're not gonna go very far and they're not gonna answer or pay too much attention to you at such a small investment amount. Now that's where firms like ours comes in, Walk of Wealth. We're very uniquely positioned in terms of our process. We do the due diligence, we underwrite, we have underwriters that do our own independent underwriting, right? We do our own due diligence and market research. And most importantly, we take great strides and great efforts to create relationships with large operators, right? With 200 million, 500 million, $1 billion assets under management. Large operators with proven track records. And we participate in their systems, in their procedures, in the economies of scales that they've created, right? And that greatly reduces the risk. Now, we take great strides in making relationships with these people. And like I said, we just went on a mastermind trip, right? Where all these other people have spent $50,000 each to be in that room. And we networked and we created relationships. I learned people's core values. We had formal presentations as well as informal at the cigar lounge, having drinks at the beach. This intimate relationship, you learn truly about the person. You learn very intimate details about their core values, their business thesis, what they've done, where they've come from. You get a great feel for the person, and that tells you a lot about the organization. So for us, when we make investments, like I said, it's no easy answer. We take time getting to know people because this is a people business. No matter what business you do, especially in the multifamily real estate business, it's a people business. Even if it's a company, there's still people that are behind these companies that drive the company forward based on their leadership and how they believe, what their principles are, is how their business is also going to run. So that part of it is very important, that character of the principles, along with obviously all types of other due diligence. So my advice to you is either you got to go out and make these relationships, or you find firms, unique firms like ours, who help bridge the gap. Right? We do the due diligence and we take the active side out of passive investing. So when you partner with groups like ours, you get to make passive investing truly passive, right? You can have somebody that's doing the work to do the due diligence in a professional manner. And that takes that off of your plate. Instead of an attorney that has a booming business going and learning this side of the business, she should work on her superpower of being that attorney and growing her business, because the ROI is going to far exceed anything you can get from a passive investment. And that only generates more capital for investments in the future. Anyway, that's all the time we have for today's video. Hope you got a ton of value. If you're interested in learning more about investing alongside us and how our process works, go onto our website. There's a plethora of information there. There's ways to contact us. If you haven't joined our investor club, it's totally free. Just go and fill out the short form on our website. All right, guys, click on the next video. Let's keep this wealth process moving and let's take that walk of wealth together. Boom.